Hey everybody, it's Pegine and we're here to talk to you about sales, specifically women in sales, understanding who you are, and what you do so you can lead more powerfully, speak confidently, sell your services and your ideas, and to ensure you know you're a success. My name is Pegine, and I'm here to talk to you about sales today. And here's what we're talking about specifically. We're talking today about finding within you your badass, confident self for great sales. You know, your badass, confident self. Why is this important? It's important because what you think about yourself, how you present yourself, makes a huge difference in how you close sales, how you close deals, how people want to respond to you, and how people want to work with you. This requires you to do some really significant mind work, self analysis, self awareness of who you are and what you do and how you do. So let me start with this. There are three key techniques to developing your badass and being your most confident self in sales. And the first is that you really want to dress the part. You want to dress the part so that you feel like you're this badass, confident woman. You want to feel that you can actually show up in a way that exudes who you are, that shows up your confidence, that lets people know of, yeah, I am here and I am ready. Now, I'm not telling you all to walk around with, spikes and being ready to go out there. But I will tell you this jacket is really helpful when I'm on the phone with somebody. When I'm on the phone and I really want to present at the highest level a sense of confidence and assuredness, because I make the appointment. You make the appointment, you now are get in front of that person. Maybe in that moment, a couple of weeks ago, I talked about getting in the mood. Maybe you weren't in the mood. You need to rev yourself up. So if I put this jacket on, and I look at myself in the mirror and I put on my look, I feel very, very badass. I feel amazing. And so when I'm on the phone, they won't see me. Oftentimes we're talking on the cell phone, but what I'm wearing and how I'm standing and how I'm communicating exudes my baddest confident self. So what outfits do you have that truly help you feel like you are this baddest confident woman? Wear them because those clothes matter to how you feel. It's not about anybody else. It's not about how they perceive you. It's none of that. It's about how you feel. And if you feel like you're powerful, then you are powerful because that's what you're going to exude. So I highly suggest you go out, make sure you check your clothes, see which ones makes you feel really amazing. Years ago, I wanted to close big deals. And one of the things that I did was look at what kind of clothing do the kind of people that I was going to target and reach out, what kind of clothing did they wear? What kind of clothing then they looked? I was doing a lot of military work. I happened to be at a conference and I met online of Starbucks a woman, brilliant, fascinating woman, and she was dressed to the nines. She looked amazing. And as we started talking, she shared she was a general in the Army. And she doesn't wear her uniform at this conference because she wanted to absorb and learn and didn't want people to, uh, reach out to her about the Army or do that. She just wanted to be able to up level her own skills in this high level conference. But it was interesting how she looked at her uniform, not her military uniform, but the uniform she wore at this conference exuded elegance, exuded power, exuded influence. And I learned a lot from talking with her about how she looked at her uniform to be able to communicate who she was, what she was, and how she was, and how she hired a stylist and how she hired someone to help her create this look. She wanted to be credible. She wanted to be powerful. She wanted to have a confidence stand, and she wanted to exude the same sense of power as she has when she wears her Army general uniform. So, what about you? What are you wearing? How do you exude who you are and what you are through what you're wearing? And in Zoom, things like this, where we're going online, when we're talking to people, what are you wearing when you're on? How are you presenting yourself? If you are going to do some sort of meeting online, how are you presenting yourself to look like the person they should trust with their money and with the job? How are you showing up so that they know you get where they want to go? How do you show up so that you feel, oh, so good and such a badass? How do you show up? Because what you wear communicates so much about who you are, what a badass you are, and how confident you are. The second thing that I want to share with you is that you have to know why you're confident and a badass. You have to know your gifts. You have to know your talents. You have to know your strengths so that you use them in that sales call. You use those skills in your sales calls. One of the things that I know is so powerful, and I see way too many women in sales not do it, is, let me tell you this is the most secret armor that you can have, is to smile. It's disarming and it's powerful. And oftentimes we can tend to look way too serious. And so we think that showing up is credibility. We think that shows up as being competent. But really, security, a sense of confidence, a sense of being really truly comes from when you're able to smile and have variety of your smiles. So the smile, the you didn't just say that, did you? The well, that's so interesting smile. There are a lot of ways you can use your smile to communicate a lot of emotions, a lot of messages, a lot of power. And so you want to know how to use that talent. How to use the talent of your eyes, how to use your facial expressions, how do you use your education, your knowledge, your experience. How do you find the way that you use your words so that people are influenced by it? They experience the emotions that you give. This takes a little bit of work for you to go back and really write, what are your gifts? What is the thing that is so magnetic about you? What is the parts of you that people find endearing and supportive? And then use those in all of your sales calls, because that's how you communicate your badass. That's how you communicate your confidence, by doing that. The final thing is that you have to practice your confidence strut. Ooh, yeah, you have to practice how you sit strong and tall and put your head up and look in the camera if you're doing a Zoom, or walk into a conference with clarity and confidence. Let me talk to you a little bit about this walk. Make sure that the shoes that you're wearing feel sturdy and strong and make you feel very planted. One of the things that happens is, if you cannot wear heels, especially very high heels, with sturdiness, with the sense that nothing can knock you down, you will hold that moment. You can hold that piece. So there's no wavering, there's no balancing. Then don't wear that high heel. Find a heel that makes you feel sturdy, because you want to be so strong that no matter what's happening, you can handle that wave. You can move and groove and get involved with the conversation without thinking about what's on your feet. This is critically important, especially if you deal with predominantly male audiences, predominantly male people that you're selling to. Remember, their feet are very firm and firmly planted. They they often will put their feet when they're talking at least a foot apart. So they're planted and they're strong so their bodies feel flexible. They feel ready to be able to move, protect, defend, do what they need to do. You as a woman need to know whatever shoes you have on, whatever outfit you have on, you know that you can use your feminine power to be able to close, to move, to jest, to get out of the way, to defend, to have offense, to be able to be strong in that moment. You want to be able to walk across the stage with total confidence that you can walk and you own it. There's no wobble in your feet. Check what you're doing and how you're doing. That is critically important. So this is Pegine. You can go to powerwomenworldwide.com where you will see all the things we do for women in leadership and in business and learn more about me. Glad that you're here. Take care. Mwah. Sell more, be more, have more. Take care, everybody.